So I got into business development almost begrudgingly. I had a mentor early on in my career who was a developer, well connected in town, lived down the street, long time, good friend, good mentor. And I set up breakfast with him and I said, I want to come talk to you about my career. I've got some questions for you. And my underlying thought here was, I'm going to go be a developer. That's the pinnacle. It's the grass is greener thing. That's what, if you want to succeed, that's where you go. And so I went to him and I said, just that, I want to be a developer. And he looked at me and he said, is that why you called me here today? And I kind of sunk into my chair at Starbucks. I can remember it exactly. And I said, well, yes, sir. He goes, that's the dumbest thing you could have said to me. I was like, well,
yeah, why?
Thanks. And what he said after that made a whole lot of sense, and it really shifted the career trajectory that I've found myself on today. And I told him about this a couple years ago, and he said, I didn't say that to you. It's funny how many people have impactful comments or messages to you that they don't ever think anything of. But he gave me an analogy. And he said, Tyler, imagine yourself as a corn farmer, because you've planted your seed. You've gone through school. You've gotten your degree. You've come out. You've spent a couple years in a construction company as a project engineer and a junior estimator. He says you have planted that seed and you have seen the seedling sprout from the ground. And what you just said to me is time to harvest. He goes, you have put all this effort in and you will get nothing from it at this point. He said, my best bet to you is continue to cultivate your crop. The work that you've put in to learn this industry, continue to learn it. If you go try to be a developer right now, what are you going to do? Be their construction guy? 'Cause I was at Austin at the time. He said, you're not even Austin Commercial's construction guy. Yeah. You're not going to be their construction guy. You're going to do deals with them, but you don't have a finance degree. So you're going to be an analyst at best. You'll be below the intern. I said, okay. He said, you need to go back to Austin. You need to be thankful that they've given you the opportunities that they have, and you need to learn every aspect of that business that you can. And with that mentality, I leaned really into pre-construction. I learned as much as I could there. I took opportunities to go manage projects, and I was given phenomenal opportunities to manage great things. And that was what I was going to do. I was going to learn pre-construction, I was going to learn operations, and I was learning the business. And for a few years in a row, they'd come to me and they'd say, Tyler, you're doing a great job. We'd like for you to consider thinking about business development. And I always laughed at them and said, well, I appreciate that, but I'm not interested in that at all. I didn't understand the value that business development has. In my mind, we were Austin Commercial. You could beat your chest and say, we get opportunities. We get opportunities because we're Austin. We win them because we're Austin. And those guys pay for bar tabs and make friends at Rangers games.